So tell me about that journey first. Like why a virtual assistant and what did you use that one for first?
Good question. Thank you very much for it. For those that probably never heard of me, Robert Garcia here. I'm part of the Eric Stewart group of Long and Foster. Long and Foster is one of the biggest, is still a small, companies, is singly owned, although we are part of Berkshire Hathaway now here in the Washington, D.C. metro area. But yeah, so been doing real estate for about 17 years. Our team sells about 160 170 transactions. It's over 100 million in volume based on the price point here, and it's a lot of steps that take place in starting from the point of prospecting, putting the word out there that we can help them, all the way to the date of settlement. So let me break it down this way. We
Shoot.
have the options to do it in person, assistant, or virtual. And we have tried that in-person assistant, like posting on LinkedIn, putting all the information over there, getting bombarded with resumes, like 200 resumes. And out of that, only 2 or 3 will make it to a phone call appointment or Zoom appointment. So then we came across and we have heard of virtual assistant from other sources, but we came across the platform, your company.
Yeah.
We gave him the call and started the process. And I said, this is what I'm looking for. This is the need that I have right now. Can you guys just sort through everybody that you have in your area to find me potential? So that was the first savings right there in time, where you guys probably posted something on your portal, and then you came back with probably 4 or 5 people. They have been previously trained, maybe worked with other teams, came to us, had the interviews, had the DISC assessment all in front of me. And I'm a firm believer of DISC assessment. I mean, you can make it or break it with DISC.
Agreed.
So we came with the whole thing. We look at their profile.
For those that don't know what DISC is, can you break that down really quick?
Sure. So the DISC assessment, it's a way that you can actually understand the personality of the person that you are interviewing. And you have the DISC assessment. It breaks it down, and those that are like drivers, those are very intense in terms of the emotions. And then you have those that are more perfectionist, more of supportive people. So when you're hiring for a role, if you hire somebody that is a D on the driver's side, that's more of a salesperson versus the C that you need, that is more like a cautious, more perfectionist, more admin. So if you don't understand the DISC to begin with, you're going to hire the wrong person. And believe me, I'm on the first one. I have to go through the mistakes, because I did hire, oh, this person seems nice. Oh, they speak really well. I think that's the right person for the job. I ended up being not the right person, ended up being a big nightmare. So then I learned the quick to hire, slow to hire, quick to fire type of thing, right? So once we received the virtual assistants that we're interested in, we looked them up. I said, I like these 2, 3. We did the interview, and I grabbed the ones that, okay, I like this person. I want this person to start, tomorrow. So that the first person came in. Now it's like, okay, so this is somebody that is thousands of miles away from where I am. And I don't have the freedom to just go next to it. Hey, knock on their cubicle, the door. Hey, I need help. Can you come over? Can you look at me? So I have to develop a structure for this person. And this is very important when you hire somebody that is virtual. Think about like a conveyor belt. This is somebody that is going to take care of a portion of the process, not the entire process. This is just like a portion of it. So I developed a system for this. This was my first part-time virtual assistant that will help me with all admin tasks, from, checking the leads, making sure that all the systems are updated, make sure that information is accurate, make sure the settlement dates are all accurate, and so on. So then what I did is, so first mistake was I did the training, didn't do a video recording of the training for the person to go back and watch the training, right? So she will G-chat me, because we use Google, and said, hey, how do I do this? I said, well, we already went through this. I said, yeah, but I kind of forgot. It's like, oh gosh. So I said, wait a minute, I have to develop a system. So I created a spreadsheet with day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and then I created the video. So on day 1, we're going to talk about this, day 2, this. And then I did Zoom recordings of each of these things with the other person seeing, sharing my screen, doing these things. And then I said, okay, now you're following 2-3 weeks of onboarding. I want you to go and watch those videos and come up with questions that you may have of things that maybe were not clear, that I need to go deeper. Once we did that, then this person actually got a handle of, okay, this is what we need to be doing. So I recorded all this, put it in Google. I said, chances are that this person may not work for me. I already have the recording of the things they need to be doing for the next person in case this one doesn't work out. Year to date, that person that I hired like 43 years ago is still with us. So it was the best hire we ever done. And she's a full-time, and it's helping us, and we're growing because of this person. So once I learned that, and I saw that I can develop a system that it's a repetitive system. Just next person goes through the onboarding process through my systems. And whether it is an admin person or it is an ISA, I needed to create the system. So that's what I did. And once the first person worked out well, and I saw the savings and operational cost of having somebody in-house next to me, where I have to pay taxes, unemployment, FICA, health insurance, and so on, I said, wait a minute, this whole thing of going virtual is not bad at all. Maybe I need to hire another one. And that's when I reached out to my rep and I said, hey, I may have a need for another person. Who do you have for this position? And in 2-3 days, boom, 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 boom. Here are the information of the top 5 people that you should be looking into it. And we look into that. And that's where, like I said, okay, I can create a whole workforce of people that are in the other side of the world that will allow me to grow. And the good thing is they're in a different time zone. So they can actually have 2 shifts. I can have somebody during the East time hours here in Washington, D.C. And then I can have somebody doing data entry after, working hours here in the area. So the next day, the next person that comes in, it has all the stuff already figured out. That's when the light bulb went on and I said, okay, I'm onto something here. I got to keep working on it.